Well, do you know which country has been the most successful in protecting its citizens from coronavirus? For many people, they might say Sweden, Singapore, South Korea. Possibly any of those could come to mind.
But incredibly, Vietnam leads the way, and by a considerable margin too. The country of almost 100 million people has had just over 300 positive cases, and it has not recorded a single death from the disease. While you might think those figures could be fake and the real numbers just haven't been reported, they have been verified by a number of world bodies.
Joining us now is Matt Young, who is from the Australia-Vietnam Chamber of Commerce in Ho Chi Minh City. Good morning to you. So lovely to see you, Matt. Now, the figures are not fake. When you go through all of the world bodies that have looked at this, they sort of show up to be right. Vietnam is reporting all cases.
Yeah, look, certainly for us here, working here, we've been incredibly fortunate to be here. We've been really well looked after, and yeah, I've got many friends who are doctors working in the industry, and they just say, no, the numbers are very much real, and we're feeling really safe and extremely lucky.
Quite incredible, I think, when you consider, the border with China. We're told Vietnam's success was the government moving so quickly, lockdowns certainly as early as January. Can you run us through what sort of measures were put in place and how quickly?
Well, look, I got back from the Tet holiday, which is the Lunar New Year holiday, to find my staff telling me I had to wear a mask to come to work. The schools never returned post the 2-week break late January. They've only just gone back. They closed the border to Wuhan initially because we had some workers up there. And then very quickly that moved on to China. We actually cleared our first 16 cases, and then we had some more come in from Italy, UK and US. So the borders closed down to those quite quickly as well. They quarantined everybody as they came into the country for 14 days. And it's been very successful. Our lockdown was really only about 4 weeks, but it was quite intense, just like it is in Australia. In fact, the measures taken are very similar to Australia, maybe just a couple of weeks ahead, and the results seem to be about the same. So, I mean, it's looking good for Australia too. We're really watching home, and it's great to see the similar trajectory.
Yes, interesting. People are saying that Vietnam really learnt some lessons after SARS in the early 2000s. Now, Weekend Sunrise had a segment a couple of months ago where we showed Vietnam's public health campaign. Now, at the time, we had nothing here in Australia, but of course, a campaign's no good if the public don't listen.